Alright, so this is a very special Dressphere. Only Pain can use this one. And
That's her special one.
yes, to use it, you have to have Pain use every Dressphere on whatever garment grid she's using in the same battle. She doesn't have to take every path on that garment grid, she just has to visit every Dressphere. And I think she can't get knocked out in the middle of it. Once you do that, then instead of pressing L1, press R1. And then she can transform. And she will remain in the special Dressphere until she's knocked out, or the battle ends, or you exit voluntarily. And each special Dressphere comes in 3 parts. They are 3 separate units that each act independently and learn abilities independently.
And that's all you do is ribbon.
Yep.
Nice.
So leveling, you have to make a conscious effort to level up these things. Because you have to activate the Dressphere. Like, you have to use it. And then you have to make sure that each part earns ability points. I don't mean an effort to level up these things. They level up the same as every other Dressphere, but to learn the abilities, that's what I meant. The good news is that the abilities don't take as many ability points. Now, there are 2 items that you need for each character to bring her special Dressphere to full potential, because there are 2 abilities, 2 very powerful abilities that it can learn, but you need an item for each one, or else it just doesn't appear as something you can learn.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of like the crests and sigils from the last game, that you need to power up the weapons.
Yeah. And this is one thing that's I kind of question in games, though I shouldn't, is why aren't they cold? I know it's video game logic, but I always question this specific thing.
No, but it's one of the most glaringly obvious problems, that's why.
It's like, you're in cold place, but you're dressed like that. Why aren't you freezing to death?
Yeah, Tidus and Riku in the last game especially.
Yes.
And Waka and Yuna, maybe not their legs, but their arms, certainly.
And in this game, they're most of them.
Yes, they're most of them. Oh, here's Shellcracker.
Items aren't all that can be stolen.
She learned it. Was that Silver Bullet she learned there? Because of it?
Yes, that's what it's called. It is useful against wolves.
Of course. And they've been squished.
There are ways to kill things other than squishing them. You can stab them, you can shoot them, you can poison them.
All different means.
I just... Oh, it's like in Monty Python, Sir Robin's Minstrels. He was not at all afraid to die in nasty ways. Debt collection is... and then I don't know those last 2 words. But these are debt collectors.
And they're looking for someone's money because it's owed to them.
Yeah, not just someone. Someone we know.
I can see his face, but I can't remember his name.
It is Owaka the 23rd.
Yes, him.
He begs you for money for most of the game, but if you give enough to him, he actually does do something useful. Like, he has a shop, I think, that has better stuff than any other shop, and the prices are pretty low.
That's good.
This is a little
Splash it.
embarrassing.
Splash it with water.
Actually, it's ice that counters fire in this game.
Well, freezing then.
So at a shop where I was getting, earlier today, at a shop where I was getting makeup to use as the scar,
Yeah.
I saw a big, I don't know what you'd call it. It was like this flat thing. It was maybe a couple of feet wide and 1 foot high. This flat thing was a bee with a smiling googly eyes. It was very silly looking.
You can picture it, but I can't think of what they would call it.
Like I don't know, like you'd hang it somewhere maybe or something. Yeah, so there's a Waka down there. And of course, since this is an RPG, we can't jump down. Now we have Haiji and more different Haiji.
This time it is blue.
And it has a very annoying attack. Doesn't do that much damage, but it hits multiple characters. I won't say it hits everyone, because as you saw, that last one only hit 2 of them.
That's whoever's their face.
Yes. And I just tried something against them that didn't work.
That sucks.
And oh, apparently I've never done this transformation before. Pretty much the same color scheme. Purple, yellow, and blue.
Now this is my
And
kind
then
of
she's ready to shoot him up.
Yeah, the gun mage just doesn't do enough damage.
Does it get more powerful later on in the game? If
She-
you use it enough?
Well, what you really need to do is learn the blue bullet abilities.
Believe in the sword.
There's some pretty powerful spells in there.
Good.
And
That's one down.
And Fiend Hunter is useful too, but not so much against bosses, because bosses will not be of the types that Fiend Hunter affects.
That's understandable. Can't have a boss too easy.
Yeah, so these guys can catch you off guard if you're not careful. Basically, it's like they'll do some damage to you and it won't look like that much, but then they'll keep doing that much damage over and over again and it'll add up.
Right, just use it in case, and all units look too good.
What?
I said units don't look too good at the moment, even if she's got just over 200.
Well, looking better now.
Here we go.
Yeah, I must have, like... For some reason, Pain could use the 2nd level cure spell. I must have, like, gone through some gate on the garment grid or something. Hey, plenty of experience points.
They're good places to grind for now, if you wanted to.
Yeah, actually... If you're doing what I'm doing, if you're going through every location in every chapter to finish all the missions, get all the story completion points you can. By the way, when I say that, I just mean like completion percentage. If you're doing that, you won't really need to grind, because you'll get into so many battles just along the way.
So you'll just naturally level up quickly on the way.
Yeah, I mean, I do not doubt that my characters will all be at level 99 by the end of this.
As long as they're high enough level to beat the final boss.
They could probably beat the final boss at level 50. Maybe not even that. The final boss is not the real challenge in this game. In fact, if all you're doing is trying to get to the end, you don't care about getting the best ending, this game is not very hard.
Okie dokie.
If you're trying to get the best ending... What?
I'm assuming side bosses are a lot harder.
Yeah. There are 3 different endings. To get the middle ending, the good ending as it's called, you don't have to get 100%, you don't have to get any specific amount, but there is one particular thing that you have to do at one particular point in the game.
Right.
And it is not at all obvious. I don't know how anyone would ever figure it out. Nice job. You just gave away his location. Actually, what he was supposed to say was stupider than what he did say. Because if you say, don't look over there, then what's the person going to do? They're going to look over there.
It looks like you finally caught up with me. A walker at your service.
Lol, hi guys.
Yeah, pause it. There we go.
Alright, so now he finally explains what is going on.
And business sank with it. Just my luck.
This is why it's risky to buy big stuff on credit.
Think ye could give old Walker a place to lay low?
This is also why it's handy to have a system of courts, so that you can sue someone rather than, you know,
What do you think?
taking
Sounds
self-help
like he's in trouble.
measures. So you can turn him in if you want, but there are a lot more benefits to be gained by letting him hide with you. Including the fact that it's possible to get 100% if you do that, and not possible if you turn him in. That garment grid, I think you... Yeah, that garment grid, I think you get that whatever you decide to do, as long as you finish this mission one way or the other.
Okie dokie. Saving.
I'm going back to the Celsius because Owaka is now on it. And I'm going to talk to him.
Can you not buy more stuff because you've got him?
I don't think he really has... Excuse me. Oh. I got up at 5 this morning. I think it's just because I went to bed earlier than usual. If only it were this easy for me to pay down my debt. Yeah, I don't know why his prices are not round numbers, like almost everyone else's are. I guess it's slightly discounted from what everyone else has.
Probably.
Like 2% off or something. Anyway, whenever you buy stuff from him, you'll see his debt. You'll see the amount of his debt go down. Another thing, apparently he doesn't get charged any interest, because if you don't buy anything from him and you come back a while later, the debt won't be any higher. So to get this mission,
Good.
what were you gonna say?
I don't know. That's good that is go up because that means you don't have to spend as much on it.
Yeah, well, you know that in real life, if you borrow money, you generally get charged interest.
Yeah. But this is not real life.
Obviously not. Anyway, you want to get... There's a mission in Chapter 3, and before that mission happens, you want to have... You want Owaka to be debt-free. So, like, as long as you get that paid off by the end of Chapter 2, it should be fine. And yeah, 100,000 gil is a lot, but if you use the Thief's Pilfer Gil ability often, you can reach it. And of course, if you haven't reached it, there's nothing stopping you from grinding for money. I don't think...
It's fine, monsters that give you enough.
Yeah, there's no like mini game that you can play specifically to get money. There's no casino or anything like that. You just have to get it from enemies. I'm so tired.
We can rest soon. We're almost over.
Yeah, actually, this pretty much is over. So, further north next session. For now, Thinker2112 and...
AnniexoHoshi?
over and out. Bye.